In this video, I want to talk about the history of the Slavs. Predictive suggestion. And schemes on how to get money. I'm not a historian. I can forget the name of these dates. I can tell you the general concept. Here, we have Slavs. Right here. Let's use the Slavic language here. Here is Sanskrit. There is some strange language here. So here it is. Arabic. There you go. The oldest document. With first script, which was found. He was found in India. Written in Sanskrit. If a person who knows Sanskrit and listens to the Slavic language, then he understands it. That is, the Slavs can also understand Sanskrit. If you are starting to learn Arabic, then this is a Slavic language, just the other way around. Well, that is, the words are upside down. That is, it will be like. Well, for example, what does upside down mean? To be K. With BRA. That's when you learn this language. Then this is complete bullshit. This. Needed for this. To somehow interact. This language. Hey. Same. The entire elite of Russia knows Old Slavonic language. Mikulkov there and so on. If you know Old Slavonic language, you have success here. Everything works out. This is interaction with the Slavs. 1. The first language that is official. That the first language, which was found. The first writing was knotted writing. That is, these are the strings the Slavs had. And here are the knots on them. This was a transfer of information. Information transfer method. It's all just left here. I don't know what it's called. Yes. No, probably not Vedic. These are these. This is the language. Went from here. What happened next? Peter the First. Whom? Sent. Study. Well, something. We have here. German. Who, in my opinion, was originally LGBT. I taught him from them for many years. Wedding party. Neuter girl, their logic is generally wonderful. Just. That's a very logical bitch. They sent him. Learn German. Well, everything there from that moment came to us there. Yes. Well, before that, this religion came to us there. Yes. From Greece, yes. This is orthodoxy. Here. Everything was dying gradually. Yes. They plucked beards there and trimmed them there. Baptized first. People by force. It was still a joke there. Yeah, I don't remember then it came into place like this. Real information. Extra information here. And then Peter the Great returned. And there. Beards. He is already Peter the Great there. Yeah, that's it. I cut off all the beards there. Oh. And the whole German elite sat here with us. Started speaking German French. Then Europe. If you read War and Peace. Yes, they all said there. All the elite speak French. There was no English in German. This is how the Slavic language began to penetrate into Europe. And why is it me, by the way? Have you all read War and Peace? Well, I hope. Which? Ideal. Who is your favorite character? Tolstoy conveyed. The ideal of a woman was laid there. But no one noticed him. This ideal woman. Just a note. It should be noted. What in general it would be like if you visit Europe if you start digging up St. Petersburg, a lot of photos. Yes, we see that. By the way, this is apparently in Montenegro. Here you can monasteries. That is why. We see old buildings when we walk. We see MMM. These are the first floors. It's like I can't find the picture now. Here we are looking at the building, here in St. Petersburg, for example, in Moscow. And these are the basements there. Well, you think, well, and the door, yes. Why are they stupid? Do it like this. Yes, but this is all underground. These are the half windows. They just buried it. Oh, it looks like this. If you start digging. When he accidentally starts digging. Here they are, you see, like this. You see how we have the door down under the asphalt. And these are the halves of the window. We can see. Ask something like this. We can see what's all over the ball than if it's a ball. And who, because it's generally interesting. I don't remember the card we have. It said no. If you take this continent and this one, then it will be equal in size to all of Africa. Such a mental illusion. That is, right here lies Eurasia. And here is America. That's it. And in this one about a lot of identical old ones. Buildings. Who remained? Along with these buildings. That's what it's called, this. Here is Great Tartary in Atlantis. This is her legacy. The building is the same everywhere. They don't build something like that now. There are no such technologies, no technology, to build such beauty. That they are building something. If found. This is what they built, yes. I don't know what to call it. Well, you can Google it. No one can build something like this now. This is what lies. V. Isaac's Cathedral. In the Kazan Cathedral. All attractions. Which are made. There are even some inside. Heritage. No technology to do this. Now reproduce the accuracy due. These are the things. Triangles. Yes, Fadaye. So we're getting off topic. I include the history of the Slavs. Well, that's the whole story, that they were there. Read fairy tales. What happened was the harp, which were taken by force. There was writing. Yes, it is the old Slavonic language. Ah, here it is. For example, Deviatov and Kazan. What are they doing? They kind of do. Oh, new intelligentsia. They say teach. Old Slavonic language. Be a blogger. Here you are aware of the higher school of management. So what is it called? This is what they do. Raising a new intelligentsia in Russia. Let's start listening to their course. What does it say on the 9th? That bondage. This is a new unit of the universe. What is bondage? That's why she sings bondage. That's what we call it. Some kind of bondage, yes. And Jewish teaching. Here. What does he say next? The economy only works in a closed loop. Now, all over the world, there are crypto circuits. Pools for each country. On your block. Where can I use next? Put your crypto on interest. Only they are really not protected. There's no way to confirm, okay. This is the closed loop of the economy. It should work on cryptocurrency. And at the same time, they say, learn Old Church Slavonic. And B. Bloggers. This is the content of their course. Somehow, this doesn't fit. Here in this tandem. These two things are good. But this is not. That's all here. It flows from here. Where are they? This. Oh. From here. I really hope they won't succeed. So, these currents, this is it. Which again, this is the same information circuit. When you listen to them, well, that's all there is to say. All knowledge is lost. Until the 18th century. There are no documents saved, which would have been dated before the 18th century. That's how it is, unfortunately. No piece. Such a document will not credit me with the document, which was before the 18th century. But they found something here. Some piece of paper, which supposedly can be preserved by a future piece of paper. Nonsense from some old time. What didn't they find there? Some kind of linden. That's what. Preserved. Guzzly is still around somewhere. So if there is something in Latin, on the American continent, people even. Beard doesn't grow. These are not Slavs. So how to get money? Here we have. An individual. He has resources which were given to him. What resources does it have? It's an accident, yes. That is, these are the qualities which I must develop. Personality. For that, To feel complete in this universe. Well, there are more of them, yes. There you go. This is what is given. Is there? Money. Money is not a resource. Resource, this is this. Money is like language. It's just a tool. Slavdoni must think in English. He must think in Slavic. You see something here. This English translation is climbing. Oh. So this is the money. This tool is all energy. All energy has a wave system. Study quantum physics. There is. We have a cat. What's his name? We'll fix it now. Cat shreds. So what? What is? This is a study. Now let's find some normal picture. When do we ship? Oh. In fact, yes, in my opinion, AA in 2 slots. Then when there is observation. Then the particles behave. Like particles. That is, they fly through these cracks, and that's 2 lines. This is when there is observation. When we set up the camera, even when there is consciousness, which is watching, reads consciousness information AA. It collects the world into objective reality. When there is no surveillance, then the photons electrons behave like waves. Because everything is a wave. These waves, they. Oh. What is this called? They are disordered. It's a disordered system. This is all just this a house. Disorderly movement. As soon as consciousness appears, it puts the world in order. In a particle. At the quantum wave level. On the measure of matter. Particles ordered by our observer consciousness. We are the observer. Oh, and so where is this cat? And that's when the cat, sitting in a box. We do not know his quantum position. We don't know whether the cat is alive or dead. And where is it located? Left or right? Is he even there or not? We do not know. When we started surveillance, set up a camera, looked with consciousness, the world immediately became orderly and turned into a cat.
Обычно люди не задумываются над тем, что такое реальность. В повседневной жизни мы каждый раз наблюдаем стандартный пейзаж за окном, привычные фасады зданий или знакомые лица людей. Человек контактирует с окружающим миром через восприятие посредством органов чувств. Мы видим предметы, слышим звуки, ощущаем тепло и холод. В общепринятом смысле реальность – это окружающая нас действительность. Но можно ли быть уверенным в том, что окружающий мир действительно реален и что все мы видим одну и ту же картинку? Согласно квантовой теории, реальности не существует до тех пор, пока мы ее не измеряем, то есть не наблюдаем. Только приступая к наблюдению, мы разрушаем неопределенность. Однако здесь есть один нюанс. Любое возможное наблюдение или интерпретация будут субъективными и уже на этом основании не могут являться абсолютной истиной. Эту концепцию подтверждает новый эксперимент, проведенный ведущим физиком Массимилиано Проетти и его командой из университета Хэриот-Вата в Шотландии. Результаты опыта были опубликованы в феврале на сайте крупнейшей научной библиотеки Архив.орг. Эксперимент впервые доказал существование парадокса друга Вигнера, согласно которому два человека могут получить опыт разной реальности, наблюдая различные состояния одной и той же физической системы одновременно. Группе шотландских физиков удалось продемонстрировать невероятную идею, которая раньше высказывалась лишь в рамках мысленного эксперимента. Выяснилось, что при правильных условиях два человека могут наблюдать одно и то же событие с различным результатом, но при этом каждый из них будет прав. Для справки, парадокс друга Вигнера является усложненным продолжением известного эксперимента Эрвина Шрёдингера со знаменитым котом. Лауреат Нобелевской премии по физике Юджин Вигнер в качестве доказательства отсутствия объективной реальности, помимо кота Шрёдингера, дополнительно включил в проблему категорию друга. Забегая вперед, стоит сказать, что итог эксперимента Вигнера косвенно подтверждает антропный принцип Вселенной, или, если быть более точным, антропный принцип участия. Сформулированный в 1983 году Джоном Уиллером принцип участия звучит буквально так: наблюдатели необходимы для обретения Вселенной бытия. Мысленный эксперимент Вигнера основывается на принципе неопределенности в квантовой физике, согласно которому частица существует в неопределенном состоянии или суперпозиции до момента наблюдения. Два человека наблюдают один и тот же фотон, наименьшую количественную единицу света, которая в разных условиях может проявлять свойства как электромагнитной волны, так и частицы. Фотон может существовать в одном из этих двух состояний, но до того, как кто-либо измерит его, он находится в так называемой суперпозиции, то есть оба условия выполняются в одно и то же время. Более того, с точки зрения Вигнера, и фотон, и сама лаборатория будет находиться в суперпозиции даже тогда, когда его условный друг уже получил результат. В рамках мысленного эксперимента Юджина Вигнера один ученый анализирует фотон и определяет его положение. Другой же, находясь на расстоянии и не зная об измерениях первого, способен подтвердить, что фотон, а значит и все измерение первого ученого, все еще существует в квантовой суперпозиции всех возможных результатов. В итоге каждый ученый находится в своей собственной реальности, причем оба они правы даже в том случае, если не согласны друг с другом. Для проведения научного эксперимента физикам в Эдинбурге потребовалась интерференционная лазерная установка с системой расщепления лучей и серия из 6 квантово запутанных фотонов, которые были измерены различными устройствами, заменяющими двух ученых. То есть технически были созданы условия двух альтернативных реальностей, одна представляющая Вигнера и другая представляющая его друга. Эксперимент дает однозначный результат и не вызывает сомнений. Его итоги показали, что вне зависимости от наличия неких скрытых параметров, влияющих на любую физическую характеристику квантовой частицы, неравенства Белла нарушаются на 5 стандартных отклонений, что однозначно подтверждает парадокс друга Вигнера. Таким образом, обе реальности могут сосуществовать, даже если они дают непримиримые результаты, как и предсказывал Вигнер. Всего исследователи зафиксировали 1794 столкновения 6 фотонных спутанных состояний, а суммарное время измерений составило 360 часов. Безусловно, это событие сильно взволновало физиков. Более того, полученные выводы, скорее всего, заставят ученых пересмотреть природу реальности, поскольку результат эксперимента Проетти показывает, что объективной реальности, как ни шокирующе это звучит, просто не существует. А нам остается только дождаться реакции остального научного сообщества на ошеломляющие результаты этого эксперимента. Если вам понравилось это видео, пожалуйста, поставьте лайк и подписывайтесь на канал. Впереди еще много интересного. Приглашаем вас в нашу группу.
By the way, there is good channel which explains in accessible language quantum physics in Slavic language. And what happens? That they proved. Well, first of all, what did you do? There are still some studies. Let's take two systems for example. And these entangled particles. That is, that there is no distance. And there is no time in quantum physics. Because you take one tangled particle to one point of the ball, and the second to another point on the ball. I don't know, there in the USA it's different. In Russia you start watching one, and and with observation she begins to appear. It has a plus or minus vector, and they seem to be connected. They turn away from each other. But because the code of reality is plus minus. And they MMM. That is. You are just starting to observe the second particle for sure, turns at the moment. No time delta. Which she turns to, it is impossible to record the time, it is not there. Matrix. Matrix look Unity 3. What does this mean in all? About cultures, religions, meanings. What is included in 3 Unity, Matrix Mother 3 faces. Brother. We live in matter. Matter is observable with knowledge of particle ordering. So, looks like we completed a course in quantum physics. So what does this give us? That every one of us is an observer. Creates my reality. Question. Yes, where is God? If this is the Creator. Okay, about God, what do we have? That I studied Buddhism. Give me this one. An orthodoxy. What do we have in Buddhism? And a 2 of these orthodoxy. Orthodoxy that came to us from Greece. It tells us what? That there are some God. Who says? You. These are all the truths conveyed in Chronicles. Yes, and how did he pass on all these chronicles? It was just you yourself once, in fact. I left these documents for myself to study now. Remember the old church Slavonic language. Read Old New Testament. And learn all the truths. Again, books. Must read. Scriptures. Orthodox and Old Church Slavonic. Everything is written there. And this God speaks. What kind of distortion is there? That you are a slave. Edge. Godly. You can marry another woman. Or a man, well, depending on who it is. And you are there in heaven, when you meet God. You'll be together. Sit here with God. But if it works out so, in this matter, one of you will be the first to leave. You can get married. And you will have one more woman. And so, if it turns out like this, what is the one that died sitting waiting for you? Or vice versa, man? Then according to this concept in heaven, then you are already meeting like this. Maybe in time. And just like that. And what do we see? Islam. Why is it like this in Islam? Polygamy concept. Because we have man with masculine energy. Is there a woman with feminine energy? And so, man. This is the head. It's a tool. And the woman. She is a source of energy. She is a guide. New generation. Children. She is energy, she gives life. All energies pass through it. And that's when she lets all the oligarchs know it. Energy for a man. A man needs to pamper his woman. Give her gifts. She should be happy, calmly to give him energy. Then he will be fine. And in the Islamic model, that's why these sheikhs are so rich and can support their wives. This is Islam. How can you say this? It's simple. Use of woman. Say this is a good model. Well, I don't know when she kisses his feet there. There I have to walk around in a burqa. Don't show yourself. She's not free. This is a lot of not free women, which are used as a source of energy. And Hawa. Settlement of the planet, yes. I had a grandmother. Then with 7th child. So does each of you. With one woman. With one woman. There were 7 children. And so it is for each of you. How many children are there now? This is how the Slavs multiplied. This is how Muslims reproduce. So what is this about the energy of a man and a woman? And Levin can be read. What else are they doing here? Men are a very good lice test. If you have any thoughts, leave your old wife. It means you are promoting, as Pelevin called it well. Community. It's that we now have a good model of society built, patriarchal pedophiles, where men rule. And they take young women. This model is also not very good. And Buddhism. And Buddhism. This concept. There is, as it were, circuit system. That is the beginning. Was nothing. Empty. This vacuum. Vacuum. Then the first one appeared. The creator was created by someone. How can he see himself? Know yourself. There is no mirror. The whole world is a mirror, reflection on ourselves. If you don't like something about someone else, remove the beam from your eye. It reflects you exactly. What don't you like about yourself? He did the second. Here are two. It's in Arabic. A second. Second, here's the second. In Arabic, no, in Arabic, po. Forgot my language. Warm up here. A. 0. This is the number from the Arabic translation. The number is the entrance. Zero net a. It does not exist, well, because everything is energy. Here you have it. Apple. Here you are. Wait. Is there zero here? No, it hasn't disappeared. This came first. First and second apple. Then 1/4. That's genetics. No zero. There is no zero in this matter. Nothing disappears. That's why there are a lot of actions in mathematics. Because they use zero. An eighth, okay, I see. There are works by Eshkardin. Where he explains perfect mathematics. When you have higher education. Math teacher MGU. So take a look at this math. She is perfectly beautiful. There are such formulas. He draws graphs like this. There are no these parabolas sinusoid. Sinusoid, there is an ideal model. Because they draw us the time where we are. Unit. What's the second? Only she is already second. And that's when this period of time was formed. Then knowledge went further. By splitting up. Hef. Times the period of cognition. 1/4 knowledge period an eighth. And now we are sitting somewhere in this poisoning. And it was created. During this time there are many contours, which Chinalings people listen to their Chinaling. Good, there is Selena book. Conversation with Lucifer. This is impossible to write, not one physicist that she writes. no matter what names. There is a quantum psychology. Psychology is based on quantum physics at Sasheva's. She talks about it, how to live in a vacuum, how to grow tomatoes. I wish I could somehow heal myself. There is an outline. This describes a vacuum. This is what the contours describe, which were created by everyone there with this here incomprehensible spirit and so on. There is. What is it called? Temperaturology. Cronin, philosopher psychologist. There is a wonderful book. Middle Class Manifesto. Oh. Sphere. Oh. Dissociative there. He describes how MMM. How do you even get into this? Interpersonal relationships do with people. And how the circuit works. On which there is a plus and a minus fighting. It's impossible not to fight. Matrix is like this plus-minus code. You can't understand what a plus is without knowing the minus. That's what it is. Buddhism middle. But in Buddhism there is a circle of samsara. It is when you have to be stuck here and constantly be reborn. Meet all these souls. And raise yours. Your resources when finish, get out of karma. From karmic connection. Here is the way out with studies. This is about two. This next was the direction. Because there is no objective reality. Quantum physicists come to the Dalai Lama and ask him. They go to practice Buddhism. To know reality. Dalai Lama is present at all. So these symposiums, the main ones among quantum physicists, and he even stated, if quantum physicists discover something different, he's even from Buddhism, we'll reconsider the concept of Buddhism. So self-confident. About souls, MMM. Who meet here, according to karmic law. There is regressology. Regressologist psychologist. Who accidentally fell into hypnosis into a past life. Man and then begat a life between lives, spent more than 30,000. Yes. For these. Hypnosis to people. Healed them and wrote a book. Book series Journey of the Soul. It turned out that everything was there. Where souls end up, everyone sees the same way. Just the same. He was even able to describe it completely. Where is which chair? What a tower, but this is not a soul traveler. Some other book there, don't remember the title. I don't know if this is necessary. What else is good from books? Nice type. In him. I discovered something here. Black Swan and risks his own skin. It's about politics. Atlantic. Squared his shoulders. So what in the end? Then where does the money come from? What's the question there? And also predictive thinking, oh my god. So, well, money is energy. And the circuit is simple, they say, by the way. All bloggers. No need for 10 women. Money, like any energy, should not linger. It should work. Come. You spend. Want more to come. Spend more, do good things. And you will have a lot of money. Further. How do they influence? Well, how can you simply connect everything yourself? Where is it with us? Well, here they give you a child. Read fairy tales. Watch movies. Listen there now. And everything enters your consciousness. And you begin to shape reality. Whatever. To this information vacuum. Which you are sitting. To feel what you want. Is it true that they are bringing you? What kind of information? There's only one way out. Meditation, silence of the mind. There are a lot. Free retreats. It's called a retreat. They are all free at the bottom. You are silent for 14 days, and meditate. You can heal from everything. And in general become more conscious. Tune out the noise. Alternatively, you can take courses here. This one here. This one here. Also good. Helps. That's all. Then my. Finally everything. Hooray. Thank you for attention.